I'm Katie. My Tantra uses your body's sound frequencies to take you to full body orgasm. Have a listen to these clients, Leela and Mark. I can't believe that the entire world is invested in turning Tantra into just a sex service, degrading you, the client, and hypnotizing the women into believing they are goddesses and priestesses. Some of them even call themselves doctors while massaging your genitals and teaching you how to hold back ejaculation. That is absolutely bizarre. Then followed by Michael Tellenger, the expert in energy resonance, author and researcher of ancient civilizations, that helps to make sense of energy vibrations that all my clients speak about. There are damaging vibrations and healing vibrations, just like drugs, that have damaging side effects, damaging our cells, our brain, our tissues. There are also unwanted vibrations that all other Tantra are caught up in while they're focusing on reaction. Connect with the vibrations that bring you closer to you and your partner and your life, the life-giving pulse and resonance within your body. Know the difference between the vibrations that are taking you away from consciousness and conscious living and ones that are being caught up and then be in the next high or the next fix.
Started off with extreme relaxation, that like a sort of relaxation that I've never experienced before, and it's like it's better than ecstasy.
And the thing is, like you said, the muscles were orgasming?
Yes. It's like but not just like, one at a time or whatever. It was like all of them at the same time, continuously non-stop, And I don't know how a non-stop muscle orgasm is even possible. I've never in my life knew that's even possible or could even happen. But I can tell you, a non-stop muscle orgasm, oh wow,
It's amazing.
Yeah, I had a full body orgasm without you touching my genital area, and that's amazing, And yeah, it's contrary to belief through other websites or other therapists might say, but I think this is the real deal, yeah, for sure. Especially coming out of it. Yeah. I mean, I've never felt like this before in my life. I don't even think this was possible. I mean, I had my skepticism and stuff, and I did my research in regard to it all, and you always have a bit of doubt in the back of your mind regarding these sort of things, but all I can say is wow. There's no words. I can't put it in words, as you can tell from me struggling to speak at the moment. It's amazing, and yeah, definitely be a benefit for future like relationships.
Working on that, you said, well, you're ready to go to the next phase, and then you put your hand on my heart as well, and I could feel coming, and I think I had an orgasm or something, that I felt my inner part from my vagina or something, the vibration coming from the vagina up to my head, and it came, I could feel coming on in waves, like going upwards, and
that was in stages. It's just
in
like
stages,
built,
yes,
yes. From one vortex to the next vortex. So
and it was coming, yes, and I could feel it coming, and it was so amazing, because when I have orgasm with my partner, I have that, but it's so fleeting, it's so concentrated in the perineal area. It doesn't go to the head, but I could feel it coming from the vagina, from the perineal area to my abdominal area, to my stomach area, to my heart, to up to my head, and I could feel that coming, and it was amazing. And after that, I felt all my body in tingles, everywhere was tingling, and I felt a complete bliss, I cannot say any other words, a complete bliss and ecstasy. And for, yeah, like, you know, when you see the ocean under the sunlight and everything sparkles, and I was feeling like I was sparkling inside me. And yes, I just felt amazing, and it's absolutely wonderful. I can only thank you for that.
Now, when you say you started to feel the vaginal orgasm moving up, and I had my hand on the solar plexus area, didn't I, at that time? There was no touch there,
touching,
and it was really, yep, exactly. There's no vaginal touching, nowhere near it. The power center set that off.
Yes.
So you came from your center into orgasm rather than the G-spot stimulation that we tend to hear about.
Yes, no. It was weird because, yes, I could feel it vibrating from down to up, but the vibration, how can I say, I felt first in my abdomen and then I felt coming from below to upwards. But you only touched on my solar plexus, yes, on my stomach area. Yes, it was amazing. Yes.
Sound source is also the inspiration for all the religions in the world, the great religions, and the most recognized religious symbols. This is from the guys that developed the cymoscope. I normally show the cymoscope, but lack of time. So look at this 3D bubble that is created as sound. Remember, sound is a three-dimensional thing. From the pop, it goes in all directions. It's not a wave on a piece of paper. It's a three-dimensional effect that keeps amplifying itself and goes on and on and on. Just because you can't hear it anymore doesn't mean it's not necessarily there. So here's a three-dimensional bubble that's created at the sound, but look on the right-hand side at the cross-section of it. What do you see? You start seeing one of the most commonly recognized religious symbols. Why did the religions choose the symbols? Because when you drill right into the middle of this, what seems to be at the very source of sound, the pop, or that moment, instant of pop, this is what you get. Oh boy, do I recognize this interesting symbol. And this is where you realize when the ancient cultures carved these intricate things into rock, they weren't just imagining things. They understood that sound was the source and how sound can create and levitate and manifest shape and form. And that's why they carved hundreds of thousands of these crosses in circles. And not only did they carve it, but it's also recognized by ancient cultures. In southern Africa, it's known as Mabona, the Lord of Light. Lord of Light, sound and light, the creator of all things, the source of all things. And you see this shape repeat itself in some of the most popular religious symbols, like the Coptic and the pagan crosses. You see the sacred geometric patterns imitate themselves in these symbols. It becomes very interesting because now you know where they get the symbols from. It all comes from sound. What does this have to do with ancient civilizations and evolution of consciousness? Well, everything, because the ancient cultures understood this. They understood the process. They understood the source. And they used the source of sound as a source of energy. And this is what my discoveries show in South Africa. The resonating chambers for creation of energy, that's what the pyramids were. Many researchers are starting to reach that conclusion, that they were actually resonating cavities to create huge amounts of energy. And they would have looked something like this. What's also clear to me, the more research I do, especially at the sites in South Africa, realizing that we're dealing with sound and light, that they probably used light to activate some of these sound devices.